Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. Yes, agape, unconditional love in Greek. I like to define love as the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness. And when we're aware of our wholeness and we can accept ourselves as we are, we can do that to others and we can do that to life. The key is to stop judging. Because the second we're in judgment, I don't care what you're judging, you're out of love. At Agape, we teach a practical spirituality. It's based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes and the Science of Mind. It's a combination of the practical aspects of Zen Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity. Basically, we teach how to better self-love through conscious living and to live in the moment and to use a couple practices. One, the practice of meditation, quieting the mind, and two, the power of directed thought to create your life experiences. So before we get into today's message, let's go within. Let's just take a few moments and let's recenter ourselves. So I invite you to come to a comfortable seated upright position. Your back is straight. Hands gently resting on your lap. Eyes closed. All awareness on your breath. Consciously take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And as you exhale through your mouth, release any stress or tension. Again, take a deep breath in. Hold it. Now as you release it, feel your body relax, relax, relax. Again, take another deep breath in. Hold it. And as you exhale, let go of any stress, any tension. Now I want you to imagine a warm wave of relaxing energy starting to move into you through the top of your head, and let it just gently move down into your face, relaxing all your facial muscles, down into your neck, relaxing all the muscles of your neck, down into your shoulders, down your right arm, hand, fingers, and fingers, down your left arm, hand and fingers, and feel your hands and fingers becoming warm, wonderfully warm and wonderfully relaxed. Feel that energy now moving into your chest and your abdomen, and now into your back. And your chest, your abdomen, and your back just fall into relaxation. All the muscles becoming loose, limp, and relaxed. And now feel that warm wave of relaxation move into your hips, down your right leg, ankle, feet, and toes, down your left leg, ankle, feet, and toes. Your whole body now is deeply, deeply relaxed. In this relaxed state, you are open to positive healing ideas and suggestions. So let my words be your words. I am whole. I am connected. I am worthy. I am powerful. I create my life experience. I am whole. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am connected. I create my life experience. And let the realization that where you focus becomes your experience. Visualize that you are in a warehouse that's infinite and it's pitch black. And you have a flashlight with a narrow beam. And you shine that flashlight And there you see a chair. But if you put the flashlight and point it somewhere else, oh, I see a car. But if you're able to open up the beam so it's not narrow, you see the chair, you see the car, you see the house, you see the airplane, you see the trees. How and where you focus creates your experience. And you can choose where and how you focus. Can you accept that whatever you focus on is just there? Not judge it, just realize it's there. In other words, you're accepting what is without attaching to it. This simple practice of accepting what is and letting any emotion just flow through you without affecting you is a secret to a spiritual life. A life of balance, a life of connection, a life of empowerment. Imagine, sense, and feel now that your life happens right there in front of you, and you're able to just observe, to accept what is, and let whatever emotion flow through you without affecting you. Do this for a moment while I am quiet. Know that your mind and its judgment creates your experience, but you are not your mind. You are that which has a mind and has a body and has emotions. So the mind is not the power. You who directs the mind is the power. And feel that power resonate within you. And know that you can use it every moment of every day. No matter what the past has been, you can change it now. So I invite you now to come back into that body, come back into that mind, to this time, to this place, to this day. Begin to move and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch a little bit. And when you're ready, open those beautiful eyes and come back to now. So today, I'm going to talk about opening up to life, because what I've been seeing is that people have shut down from life. I took my granddaughter Claire on a date. We went and saw Moana 2, and then we went to Deli 6 in Highland Village, my favorite Indian restaurant in the world, and we had an appetizer. We had the gobi Manchurian, which is the best ever. And while we were eating in that, the owner of the restaurant, who's a friend of mine, AJ, came over. And we were talking. And this is after Christmas. And AJ said to me, he says, Lee, I've never seen anything like it. He said, this year, there was very, very little holiday spirit of the people who came in and ate. It was like they were here. And I said to AJ, was it like they were shut down? And he says, yes. It like they had just completely shut down. There was a sense of depression, a sense of anxiety. People were complaining more. It was hard to make people happy, no matter what we did. And I started to think about that, and I started noticing that all around me. So today, I want to talk about opening up to life, because I believe we've shut down to life. I believe our life experience has become so narrow that we don't have our juice anymore. And for me, opening up to life requires us to let go of fear, to cultivate an awareness, and to embrace the infinite flow of spirit that moves through all things. But if you look at what's trending on social media, it's fear-based. And a lot of people talk about this. They talk about Twitter. And they say it is just an absolute fear-based show. Everything's fear-based. And I watch all the people who are getting all the views. And I know I post on Twitter every single day. And everything I post on Twitter is positive. Everything I post on Instagram is positive. Everything I post on YouTube is positive. Everything I post on 3 Facebook channels is positive. I get very little feedback because what I understand is people are addicted to fear and they don't even know it. And they don't realize that they can change. They don't realize that the power is in them to put their focus someplace different. I read in the paper the other day that 1,000 churches in the United States closed and that church attendance is down. Attendance at Rotary clubs is down. Attendance at the Kiwanis is down. People are not participating in groups. Why? Fear. So are people happier now? You can be the judge of that. I don't see it. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about opening up. Well, the first step to opening up to life is to be present, to live in the moment, to live in the now, to live without fear, because fear takes you out of the now. Fear takes you to the past or where you were fearful, or it takes you to the future, fearing about what could happen. So what questions could you ask yourself about being present? Well, the first question is, how often do we miss life? How often do we miss joy? How often do we miss the greater aspect of being present? And I think if you consider that, you'll find we miss it an awful lot. Next, how often do we let the past drag us down? At the holidays, someone did something to us in the past and we're holding it against them, and it was very minor, it was nothing, but we let it drag it down. Maybe it's the fact that we hold the past of what we did down. We hold on to it and we won't let ourselves experience a greater. We've not done self-forgiveness. How often do we let the future pull us away from being in the here and now, worrying about the future, which we have no control of because it's in the future, and it pulls us away from being fully present in the moment? Think about that. And then, how often do we let our rigid expectations of how things should be take us out of a beautiful and perfect experience? I know Gene and I took Claire to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra on December 28th. One of my favorite shows in the world. I love it. And I'd expected them to do what I've seen them do before. And they changed. And I saw that and I said, oh, that's interesting. And I said, I'm not going to judge it. I'm going to see how it unfolds. And I saw how it unfolded. Here's the key thing. It was darker in the way they unfolded it. Same music, absolutely incredible production. It was darker. In the end, there was a happiness to it, but it was darker. And I realized, reflecting what's going on in society today. But the thing about it is, it gave it hope. But I think in the past, their past production, the past way they told the story, was a greater hope, was a greater story. I felt warmer. But that's my perception, and I realize it. But let me tell you, it didn't stop me from having a magnificent experience. I observed, I compared, but I didn't judge and say, oh, it's not the way I want, dang, and make it bad. Claire loved it. For a 6-year-old to spend 2.5 hours at a concert, my God, that was incredible. Just incredible. So, asking the right questions can help us bring into the now. Presence is all about paying attention to life as it unfolds. It's about asking, what is life offering me right now? That's right. Whatever you're facing, what is life trying to offer you? What is it saying to you? How is it trying to make you more aware that life is not going to be the way you want it? Life just happens, but how you experience it, that's your choice. The second step to opening up is about being vulnerable and having courage to remain open. What this means is to live with an open heart. Just because bad things happen, don't shut your heart. Your heart is here to experience everything, no matter what it is, no matter if it was painful or not. The key thing is to experience it, to accept it, to let it move through you without holding on to it and affecting you. You're going to have sadness in a moment. That's fine. You don't have to have sadness in the next moment. To carry the sadness forward, it's your choice. You say, well, no, Lee, this happened to me. Wait a second. That happened when you were 5 years old. You're 60 now. And you're still living with that? You're still living with that? Why would you do that to yourself? What was horrible? It was 55 years ago, and you're living in that moment. Think about how ridiculous that is. To open up to life, we must accept life and its uncertainty. Life is not neat and tidy. Sometimes it's unpredictable and it hurts. But if we shield ourselves from pain, we also shield ourselves from joy, love, and growth. This is one of the things I see in society now. I think society's become numb. And all the things I see, people doing alcohol, doing drugs, and they're numbing themselves. A lot of people are on this thing, well, I'm spiritually opening because I'm microdosing and it's opening me up to a cosmic thing. And I ask the question, are you fooling yourself? Because are you really doing any work? Are you doing the forgiveness work? Are you letting go of those things in the past? Are you numbing yourself to life? Because if you're seeking something externally to be your source, and alcohol and drugs, mushrooms, whatever it is, those are external sources. You're giving up your power. Your power is your ability to focus. Why are you so afraid to use it? You can't fail if you try and you hold on to it. The great masters of the world have all shown that. Anything other than that is very temporary. And guess what? The depression and the anxiety, they all come back. I know people who have done ayahuasca hundreds of times. You say, well, I've had these experiences. But when you're not in it, how are you dealing with life? It's a good question to ask. Vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. I'm going to tell you, the times when I've experienced more pain is the times that inspired me to know that I don't have to. And I got creative and I sought out new ways to experience. And I've learned that one of the secrets to life and to dealing with life, it's real simple. Just relax. Relax into life. Relax into what you cannot control, because to fight what you cannot control is a waste of energy. We might ask ourselves then, what would happen if I let myself be seen, flaws and all? I got one of the greatest compliments that I keep getting, and I know it must be true because it's what I'm intention is when I do a video, It's not edited. Things are not edited out of my videos, whether it's a Sunday talk like this, which are normally about 20-minute talks, or it's one of my daily podcasts of 5 minutes. I never edit out. I want people to see me as I am. And at first it was difficult for me to watch these because I could do better than that. And I said, no, I'm going to be authentic. I want to be seen as an example of someone being authentic. I want you to know right now, I have no makeup on. Whatever the camera is showing you is Lee. I'm the type of person that I'm going to go through life, I'm going to be Lee, and I don't give a flip what anyone says that I should do or not do. Because if I can't be authentic, I can't be me, I'm not going to be happy and I'm not going to feel fulfilled. And I refuse to do that to try to please anyone. And to try to please anyone is a fruitless thing because you can't. You may for a moment, but you can't. The third step to opening up to life is connection. It's the deep realization that we are one with life and connected to all things. And my friends, I think this is one of the greatest areas of challenge we have right now. I think connection has fallen away. We're not connected in small groups or large groups, and I think it's what we need to do. I know at Agape, we're a worldwide community. That's what we've become. And guess what? We offer classes. In a couple weeks, 3 weeks, we're going to be starting classes. It's an opportunity for join a small community, to explore the metaphysics of life, to explore the power within, to connect with other like-minded peoples, to join us in our weekly gatherings or our daily meditations. We are there for you. Open up to life and find the connection. If this message resonates with you, join me in some of these events. You will feel connected. So how do we cultivate a sense of connection? First thing is, start your day with intention. Today, I will embrace life fully. I will be present, vulnerable, and connected. Yeah, your intention. 2, be grateful for everything. Practice gratitude in every way you can, even the negative things, because the negative things give you the best lessons. They give you the greatest impulse to change. 3, engage others with an open heart. Know that they're not there to please you. And if you can learn to not take what others do personally, man, you become all powerful. You can deal with anything. Next one, spend some time with nature. I find that nature is just the most beautiful thing in the world. And when I ground myself in nature, I can't help but feel good. I take a walk every day with my dog. Every day to be in nature. Or I'll be outside in my hot tub or my cold plunge looking at nature and seeing the beauty of the squirrels, the birds, the hawks, the coyotes we've seen, the armadillos, the possums, even the snakes. Nature is an amazing thing, and it helps us realize that we're a part of it. The next one is to meditate. Every day, spend a little time in the silence with your best friend, you, the quiet you, the non-judgment you. You see, life doesn't need to be controlled or be perfect. It needs to be embraced. And when we do, we align ourselves with the power of the infinite power of spirit. You can't control life. You can only embrace it. And that's your power. So I invite you to open your heart, open your mind, open your arms, say yes to life in all of its forms. And as you do, you will discover that life has been saying yes to you all along. You just needed to shift your perspective. Remember, life doesn't happen through you or happen to you. It happens through you, and it happens for you so that you become more aware of your divine nature. You are not human. You are divine, having a human experience. It's time to start living that. I want to thank you for joining me today. If this message caused you to want to participate and join, go to agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the calendar and plug in. Also, if this message inspired you, make a donation. Go to the giving tab on the website, make a donation. It's through your gift that we get to bring this message to other people. And we appreciate it. I don't say that enough. I am grateful for all the loving gifts that come from people I don't even know. But I see it and I am grateful. That means that what we're doing is good work in the world. So I want you to know we're here to support you. And if you let us know how, we'll do our best. With that, it's a great day to be alive. Find a way to connect, plug in, be a part of a family of people who love you. Much love.